Herbert going to go to the air right away. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
First down, and they stick with Ekeler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Once more, here's Ekeler. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 48 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Ekeler, 39 yards. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. This one taken in by Olave. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. And some space here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. Kamara up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now to the air. Dalton drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They started on the ground with Ekeler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Ekeler. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down, Ekeler. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Ekeler. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 141 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. It's Ekeler again. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle with Ekeler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll run out of the gun with Ekeler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Running on 1st down, Ekeler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Ekeler running it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Pete Werner. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. A first down throw coming for Dalton.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Dalton, 1st and 10.
He completes it to Olave. He's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
On the move past the 40, down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 75 yards. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They run it again with Kamara. And this will wind up as Saints first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. The 10th carry for Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzes, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 189 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And he's is going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert forced out to his left. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
That's still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. First and 10 for Dalton. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6, Dalton. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got it through. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talking about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
83 yards rushing for him now to this point. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Kamara gets it again on second down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Evans. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's Dalton. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Dalton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math, but don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it.
He's got him in. Complete. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Steps away to his left. And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one's over. It's in the blue column for the LA Chargers, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.